Morning Market Snipers, this is Jesse. It's 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, getting a start on it right at 9 a.m., but not right on the dot. We're just getting it going a few seconds after 9 a.m., but we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. John Pye. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, John Pye. Good to see you back here. So, hope everyone had a good weekend. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. The first 15, 30 minutes, we're going to go through as many charts as possible. We're going to start off with probably Bitcoin, crypto. We're going to take a look at NASDAQ, the Magnificent Seven, et cetera, and then the last 15 to 30 minutes of the live stream, just make sure to have all your requests in or your questions, and we can cover your questions, and then put in the ticker symbol, the asset, whether it's crypto or stock, whatever, and we can chart your request for you. So we'll take a look at it. This is Bitcoin. Aldo, good morning. Can we look at a Doge? Sure. We can look at Doge. Welcome back, Aldo. This is Bitcoin. Just want to do a quick recap, as we always do, try to get back in the flow of things after this last weekend. And been off and on raining here, right? So it's been raining. It was raining Saturday. Saturday. Didn't really rain as much Sunday. And then, of course, it's raining this morning again. So here we go. Quick recap of Bitcoin. It was getting oversold, bullish divergence, reverse candle. We know that, higher low, higher low. Price took off to the upside. And then we saw bearish divergence, right? So we were calling out bearish divergence. And then it was looking like this is a possible lower high. And then we called out this bearish looking daily candle back on January 11th. So 11 days ago, we called out this bearish daily candle, and it looked very similar to MicroStrategy, right? So it looked very similar to MicroStrategy. If you look over here, this daily candle was looking very similar, and then started to break back down similar to MicroStrategy, right? So Bitcoin, very similar looking daily candle, not exact, but pretty close, right? Looked pretty close in my opinion. And then that big breakdown candle there with the sell signal on the indicator, and MicroStrategy had gapped down that next day. Then a slight little bounce, and then just came all the way back down. And of course, you can see down here, there's a gap, and we'll turn on all the targets and stuff like that. I just want to kind of show you that daily candle. And then after that bearish daily candle right here, then it was starting to break down, and we had that sell signal here. So the trending dots started trending downwards, red, right? And it's still trending downward. So we'll jump into it. We'll cover all that. Yes. Good morning, Uzair. Good morning, Shooter, by the way. Good morning. Welcome back. BP, but everyone said ETF was not priced in. Yeah. I mean, you just have to keep in mind that, yes, there's a possibility that it wasn't priced in, but they were talking about ETFs for so long, and that was such a big pump up. More importantly was from this pivot low, from wick to wick, it was almost 100% bounce, 100% move within a couple of months. And so you just expect retracements along the way. So it seemed like it was lining up, and there's no guarantee, right, BP? There's no guarantee, but it just seemed like after 100% move, upon the ETFs getting approved, it just seemed like it was going to be a sell the news type of event. And like I said, never a guarantee, but it was all kind of lining up that way. It had been overbought. It had a massive pump. There was bearish divergence that was getting formed, and just seemed it was due for a correction at about the same time that the ETFs were coming out. So, and what happens when, like Coin got listed, Coin, pumped and dumped, right? So you kind of expect like, okay, the ETFs are going to get listed. Let's make the new buyers feel a little bit of pain, right? Not us, but like big players probably saying, hey, let's get them into the ETFs and make them feel a little bit of pain first, and then take their money, right? If they capitulate and get out. Actually, I got 2 requests today, if you don't mind. TNA ETF. Sure. Good morning, snipers. Don Julio, welcome back. Longtime market sniper, Don Julio. David Fletcher, one thing I would say is Bitcoin is still holding that December 11th low for now. take out that level and we can see a quick move after. Yeah. So you've got, let's see, December 11th. Well, I mean, so you got a daily candle close here, David. Right here, a candle close below 41,203 takes out that December 11th candle close. So it doesn't take out the wick, but it takes out that candle close. So to me, that's more important than the wick itself. So if you get a candle close below 41,000, let's see, 41,000, let's just call it 41,200-ish, right? To me, that would be more important than the actual wick itself. And so as of right now, of course, we don't have a daily candle close, but and we've got what 4 to 7 more hours to go, right? But it seems like it's going to do that. Not only would it take out this pivot area, it's already taken out this pivot area, and then it would take out this pivot area, signaling that we would obviously be coming down to this next target, and then possibly target 3, and then possibly target 4 down here like that. And of course, we've got this bearish flag that we drew out, and we'll see if it works out or not. But yeah, to me, that December 11th, and I was looking at again this morning, that 41,238, 41,200-ish, you get a candle close below there. I was going to put on a horizontal line there. To me, that's more important than the actual wick. So you get a candle close below that. The probabilities are increasing that, obviously we're going to hit target 2, and then possibly target 3, and then target 4. We'll see. We'll see if it happens all at once. That's just kind of the way I look at it. Caesar, good morning. The Magic Man, the Magic I Man, BTC A week EMA getting tested too. Cool. Yeah, I don't trade based off of EMAs. I do have the 200-week moving average SMA on the chart, but I don't have that based off of my trading strategy for the EMAs. But if there's confluence there, it's good to see it. Mala, good morning. Patiently waiting for the right dip. That's right. Long-term market sniper queen over there since day one, since March 2022. She's been in the Discord. Market sniper queen, long-time market sniper. Good to see you here, Mala. Blue-collar investing. Thoughts on arbitrage opportunity in the different prices like IBIT cheaper than maybe, but my thing is I like more chart history, blue-collar investing. So if there's not a lot of chart history for me to make decisions based off of the chart data, then I'm not really interested in it. And since a lot of those ETFs are brand new, right? There's nothing for me to trade on, right? There's nothing for me to trade on this, right? They indicate like nothing's really like to chart out. So there's nothing for me to trade out, especially when it gets listed and it pumps all the way up to 2850 and then dumps down. There's just nothing for me to make decisions because I make the decisions based off of the chart and what the chart's saying. And there's nothing for me to do. So I can't really add anything to that. IBIT is cheaper than FBTC. Okay. Yeah. But that's not enough for me to make a business decision and to invest money or swing trade, right? So predominantly mostly the swing trader with longer term swing trades become investments. So but yeah, not much for me to comment on that. So I can't add any value there for you, but let's get back to it. So Bitcoin is breaking down, as we know. This would be the lowest daily candle close since December 3rd, right? And it would take out December 11th pivot over here. And that would be the first time since, like I said, wouldn't be this low. It'd be the first candle close below this pivot point December 11th. And it'd be the lowest candle close since December 3rd. And RSI, right? RSI is the lowest it's been since September 11th. So September 11th, this pivot low down here, RSI is currently down where September 11th is, right? So, do I think price is going to go lower? Yeah, I do. RSI continues to go lower, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen today. Doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. There could be bounces along the way, but it continues to trend downward. We've been calling out since the bearish candle, calling out since the first sell signal since October 11th, and it continues to break down, right? So this would be another milestone, taking out this pivot here with the daily candle close. And then, of course, we'll be watching for that next target. The main target is about 39,800-ish, right? Somewhere right around that middle of that target box. So we'll see if that gets hit in the near future. And then if it doesn't hold and bounce, then we would be expecting the next target box to come back down. So it's possible to find support at target 2 and bounces, whether that's a shorter term bounce or that was the bottom. I would be surprised if we come all the way down to here, and if it doesn't find support, like if it starts to break down, that we don't eventually come down and hit target 3 or target 4. There's a lot of reasons why price can come back down to target 3. There's a lot of reasons why price could come back down to target 4. So yes, I would be surprised if we don't hit target 3 and target 4, but I've been surprised before, right? So we'll just see. We'll take it level by level. We'll see if it hits the target 2 first. And if it doesn't find support, at least temporarily, based off the lower time frames possibly, or comes back and bounces up, back up, then we'll see if it comes back down and hits target 3 and then target 4 from there for that next buy the dip opportunity on Bitcoin. So that's Bitcoin. Ethereum's also breaking down, right? Pending sell signal. We talked about this. We posted it on the Twitter X app. So definitely go follow us over there, Twitter X app. If you're not already, I'm sure most of you are already, but we posted it, and Ethereum had a sell signal, but we posted it long before, and we did this comparison over here. So Grayscale Ethereum Trust had a pending sell signal first. So this was posted on January 18th, so about 4 days ago, right? About 4 days ago, Grayscale Ethereum Trust had a pending sell signal first, and it was breaking down below the trending dots first. So sell signal and Grayscale. Will Ethereum have a sell signal next? Right? If so, then both have bearish divergence going back to November, and we could see Ethereum back below $2,150. Right? So that's where it's at. We posted this, and so definitely go follow us over there. So 2150. So price below 2150, we could see price possibly come down and hit target 3, right? There's a lot of reasons why target 3 could be hit. So let's go ahead and move that to yellow. But before we hit this price target here, we have to see if we can hit this price target number 2 first. And we'll see if we get another sell signal here. So we'll find out with that. How are we doing on likes? Smash the like button. Smash that subscribe button. Help me, help you, help me. And we'll help the algorithms as well. So smash that like button. And remember, our goal is 100 likes. We're still not even there yet, right? It's so early that we haven't even hit 100 likes on a live stream, but we've gotten closer. I think we've hit 71. I have it 71 here, but we might have hit 72 likes on that same live stream since then. So I may have to update that, but I have to confirm it and double check. We've gotten a lot more likes on the individual videos, but for the live stream, 71 is our highest. So let's definitely hit that, smash the like button, and keep this thing going strong over here. So Ethereum pending sell signal, right? After hitting this longer term target 2, has not hit longer term target 3 or target 4. Unlike Bitcoin, Bitcoin has hit all the way to target 4, right? Ethereum got very close, but then also with all the ETF talk and stuff, it just started to sell off from there. So we will see it hit longer term target 2, almost hit longer term target 3, but it seems like it's going through a correction similar to Bitcoin as of right now. It's going to be very similar thoughts to all the crypto assets as well, right? We've been talking about it. We've been covering it. DOT has hit 2 targets to the downside so far. We've got several reasons why price come back down to target 3, target 4 for the next possible buy the dip scenario. That's how it's laid out. That's what we've got right now. Currently down, right, from that wick at about $9.60 to this wick today, down 33%. So we expect that, right? We expect that with crypto and Bitcoin, that 20%, 30%, 40% and possibly even 50% corrections along the way. And of course, it could always go deeper than that. That's crypto, right? Some of the assets have big pumps to the upside, and then you see bigger retracements to the downside. So middle of that target box would be about 40%. Middle of that target box would be about 47%. That's very typical for crypto. So if you're new to crypto, expect that, right? You're going to have some massive moves to the upside, right? From this pivot low, wick to wick, you had 168%. So when you're looking at a 30 to 40 to 45 to 50% correction along the way, it had 168% pump. So we expect that along the way. That is dot. BP. Jesse, do you have any dry powder on the side to buy the dip? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I swing trade, right? So I buy and I sell. I don't forget to take profits along the way. So for sure. For sure. Myrna, good morning. Good morning, Myrna. Welcome back. So that's dot, right? That is dot. Yeah. If I didn't have dry powder, right? If I didn't have dry powder, then I never sold. And then I would never take profits ever. And if you didn't take profits, right? How are you going to sell the top? So I take this from a swing trading standpoint. So if you're swing trading and I say I sold Bitcoin at $61,000, right? In 2021. How are you going to sell the next large big top if you're not practicing buying and selling now, right? So, just keep that in mind, right? This is the next buy the dip opportunity. Maybe you're not selling and you're just waiting to add more to the next buy the dip scenario. But we're calling out bearish divergence. We're calling out bearish divergence. We're calling out lower highs, and we're calling out sell signals, right? So if you got in, say, on a buy signal down here, and then you're getting out based off of like bearish divergence and price starting to break down, even if you got out, say, I don't know, right around here, right? That's 100% move. So if you're not practicing swing trading, then how are you going to be an investor that sells the top, right? So this was a good practice, and then you have to kind of have your own scorecard, and then what is your buy and sell strategy, right? So it's a good question, right? Good question. Let's keep going. So that's dot. Sand, right? You had this buy signal. So if you're buying here, where are you selling? Did you sell here? If so, did you buy back in, right? So what is your buy and sell strategy? That's something you have to dial in. Is it based off the weekly chart? Is it based off the daily chart, 4-hour chart, whatever it is? So that's your own strategy that you have. When are you buying and selling? And if you don't have a take profit strategy or buy the dip strategy, how are you going to sell the top, right? Because what's going to happen is you're going to listen to the influencers or see the influencers on YouTube and or the Twitter X app that it's up only, and then next thing you know, they're moving the goalposts 100 million times, and then at the very top, they're buying the dip all the way down in 2022, right? It wasn't until like June 2022. Some switched in April 2022. So you're talking about 4 to 6 months after there's been a correction that they're finally admitting that it was a Bitcoin bear market. It was a crypto bear market. And so by then it's too late, right? It was way too late. We were already shorting the bounces all the way down, right? It's too late. So be careful who you watch. Be careful of the noise out there, the news out there, right? So let's keep going. Sand, right? Breaking down. It's hit 4 targets to the downside so far, breaking back down from the 3rd target as of right now. A lot of reasons to find support here. We will see if it does or not. And then will that be the next buy the dip scenario on sand? We'll find out. Mana, right, was looking like it was going to break out, and we were cautiously optimistic, right? Cautiously optimistic. We talked about this. It was looking like, hey, hit the 4th target, right? Multiple reversal candles, buy signal, break back down. Looks like a possible higher low, right? And then we're starting to see multiple candle close back above the trending dots. We got a green trending dot, and then a buy signal and start a breakout. But we are cautiously optimistic. Why? Well, Bitcoin's breaking down, right? So Bitcoin's breaking down. Other crypto assets are also breaking down. And is this just going to be another lower high? This is a lower high. Will this be another lower high? Right? It's possible. So it's too early to say. It's cautiously optimistic. And now you probably redraw this again. And that, if it does come back down, even if it comes back down and revisits this fourth target, right? Then is that going to be the next buy the dip scenario? So I'd kind of draw this out like this on Mana, right? And that's kind of your line in the sand. And if you get another sell signal and it starts closing back below this pivot point at 44 cents and closing back below this trending dot, not trending dot, back below the trend line and the trending dots, right? Then price could keep going back lower. So we will see. In my opinion, the bearish divergence has been cleared out. So it could be finding support. This could be the low. It's just too early to say right now. So if you took that buy signal, right, and it pumped up and then created that wick, you just have to know that, hey, where was your stop loss? Was it right here at 40, just below 43 cents? Was it down here? So just know where you think you're wrong, right? Because it could always go lower, right? So you just have to know what your strategy is. I personally didn't take this buy signal, right? I didn't take this buy signal. I didn't buy Mana at that point, but I was showing that, hey, it could be finding support. It could be buying like that. Usually I'm not buying the first one that breaks out unless it was like Bitcoin, right? Me personally, I usually like to see, at one, maybe two, maybe start to see a pattern and then look for the ones that might be lagging time wise and then jump in on one of those. So we will see, not always, right? Nothing's always. So if I see a good setup, doesn't mean I won't be taking it. But I personally wasn't buying Mana. I was just showing that there could be a possible, buy signal and then could it be breaking out? It could be, right? Could just be, could have broken out and then just back tested this trend line and could be moving higher. So we'll see. We will see, but a higher probability now since it's been breaking down is, you put up an arrow over here. Let's see. Let's go over the icons and put this arrow over here like that. So wherever it is, wherever that buy the dip scenario is, whether it finds support here at target 3, comes all the way back down to target 4 again. It's possible it goes even lower. So we will see on Mana. Chainlink, bearish divergence, lower high. This could be another lower high, right? Could be another breakdown pending sell signal. So it's remaining, cautious for right now, right? Cautious on a further correction as of right now because everything else is looking like it's going through correction, including Bitcoin as of right now. Near breaking down, continues to break down over here. Bearish divergence, and then we have multiple targets to the downside. Price is closing in on target 2 right now, right? So waiting for that next possible buy the dip scenario, wherever that is, whether that's target 2, target 3, target 4, all the way down here like that, right? That's that could take you all the way out to like end of February or March, possibly, if it took all this time to come back down, clear out the bearish divergence, and then that could be your next possible buy the dip scenario. Pumped hard, right? It pumped really hard from that buy signal all the way to top wick, 339%, right? So when it pumps hard, it dumps hard, right? So down 42%, and you can see that even from wick to wick, middle of that target box, it could go as low as 60% or more, right? It's possible that there's a 60% retracement, but there's a 340% pump. So an amazing pump. Don't forget to take profits along the way, right? Bearish divergence, a lower high, starting to get multiple sell signals, another lower high, confirming that second lower high over here by taking out this pivot point over here, and then continues to break down from there. Solana coming in towards that next target down there, pumped hard, bearish divergence, lower high, lower low, lower high. This would be another lower low, right? Increasing the probabilities that prices go into that next target. And then, of course, that next buy the dip possibility could be down here, could be all the way down here. We will see. So it's kind of a wait and see right now, right? Where is it going to find bottom? How many targets will it hit to the downside on Solana? And then we'll be there for the next possible buy the dip scenario. Again, it had another massive pump up, right? Even from this buy signal at the bottom to the wick, 500%. Just missed this longer term target up here. Wicked very close to it, but did not hit it. And then we'll see if it goes through a correction. Could take some time to play out. Again, February, possibly March for that next possible buy the dip scenario on Solana. Cardano, they're all starting to look very similar, right? Since that buy signal, pump all the way up 200-week moving average, hit it again, and then the lower highs started to happen, lower lows, lower high, took out this pivot point. Bitcoin has not taken out the December 11th pivot yet, but a lot of these crypto assets have. And if it takes out, if with a candle close here, similar to Cardano did over here, then we could see lower prices get hit on Bitcoin. And that's what we're watching, right? So you saw Cardano close below this pivot point, and then prices went lower. But it went lower, pumped back up, and then came back down. Could we see that with Bitcoin? Yes, we could. It's a possibility, right? So could pump down, come down and hit a lower target, pump all the way back up, and then further downside like that on Cardano and possibly Bitcoin, right? So that's that was Cardano. Here's Matic, still breaking down, very similar, right? They're all starting to look very similar, waiting for that next possible buy the dip scenario. So let's switch gears over here. We're looking at NVIDIA. And if you just kind of zoom out here, the weekly chart is still ultra bullish, right? So I won't be taking any shorts on NVIDIA. It's ultra bullish on the weekly chart. Hit the Abercrombie and Fitch target up here. And then it short squeeze to the top. Once it broke out of this target here, it started to short squeeze up very quickly. And it's trending towards hitting this next target up here. Who knows if it goes higher? Abercrombie and Fitch actually went slightly higher than this target. So we will see. If you take a look at it over here, right? It's quite a bit higher than that target now. So it's possible NVIDIA even goes higher than that next target up here, right? It's possible it goes above it. So we will see. Let's go over to, let's see. Imagine target, right? Let's drop down to the lower time frames. Target. It's got a pending buy signal after that sell signal. We mapped out these targets, and we kind of talked about this, that there's bearish divergence, but there's no lower high yet, right? So once a lower high is put in, it's possible it puts in a lower high. It's possible it doesn't. Maybe that was it for the correction and it continues upward, right? So it is possible, but it's currently below the trending dots. The trending dots are curling down, right? And they're red. So we will see if it hits target one. There's wicks right above the target one, has not hit target one yet. Could pump back up, put in a lower high, then continue downward. So want to check in on target before we hit NASDAQ, right? So here's the NASDAQ. It's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. It's still ultra bullish on the daily chart. So we will see, right? We will see on that. So it's still pumping higher. And if you got the Magnificent Seven still pumping higher, they're pretty much running the show for NASDAQ. So it only hit one target to the downside. And then we were talking about what if it puts in a lower high. It wasn't confirmed, right? It wasn't confirmed. It was starting to break down, come back down into target two, and then just reverse straight back up and short squeeze up to the upside, right? So it was looking like a possible lower high. It wasn't confirmed. It never closed back below the trailing dots, never had another sell signal. And then on the lower time frames, like the 4-hour chart, it started to reverse back up. And here we are. It's once again ultra bullish again. And so the higher probability short is the lower high, right? And it never confirmed a lower high. So that's the NASDAQ. It's still currently ultra bullish on the daily chart. It's still ultra bullish on the weekly chart. And you can see the Magnificent Seven, most of them, similar to NVIDIA, are still pumping up, right? So that's going to help propel the NASDAQ higher is the NVIDIA. You've got Meta that was ultra bullish still on the daily chart. Amazon, kind of flat today, but still bullish. Microsoft, still ultra bullish. Tesla, still ultra bearish, right? Still ultra bearish and back below the 200-week moving average. Could be finding support. Could be finding support here. It's possible it's going to be putting in a bottom here. Too early to call it as of right now, but it could be putting in support and it could be finding bottom as of right now. So we will see. But it's currently ultra bearish, so it's kind of guessing right now. So we will find out if it does or not. If you drop down the 4-hour chart, right? Been kind of finding support since last Thursday. So we will see if it's going to find support, regain the trending dots, and then flip back up to the upside. But too early to say right now. So, but that's Tesla on the Magnificent Seven. Apple had this breakout, had the buy signal breaking out of this downward trend line, filled this gap over here, and is still bullish over on Apple. Google also still bullish. So as the Magnificent Seven, for the most part, except for Tesla, are all bullish, then you're going to kind of see that the NASDAQ will be bullish as well. Also, if you switch over here to what else? The Dow Jones and everything. Let's go back over here. So we've got the SP 500 still bullish, right? So didn't even hit target one to the downside. We could take those off now because we'd have to redo those targets now anyways. So still bullish. Never even had a sell signal, right? Never even had a sell signal. You kind of map this out like this now. Call this a fake out to the downside. Candle close below the trending dots, below that trend line, and never had a sell signal, right? So could put in bearish divergence. Too early to say. So that's kind of the line in the sand right now. Still bullish on the daily chart for the SP 500. If you got possible high, possible lower high, candle close below here, confirm the lower high and switch right back around, right? Switch right back around. So now that it took out that pivot there and closed higher and made a higher high, then all these targets have to be removed, right? All these targets have to be removed, and we will see. We'll readjust this over here like this. So let's redraw it out like that. It's still in an uptrend, still back above, right? Kind of draw it out like that. And everything is still bullish. No sell signal on the Dow Jones either, right? Bearish divergence. That bearish divergence could be cleared out. Still got this small gap over here. So we'll kind of watch and wait for it. Trending dots could flip back green back over here and flip around like that. Russell 2000 had a sell signal. It did break down. It did hit 2 targets out of 4 to the downside, whereas the other ones did not, right? And now it looks like it found support above the 200-week moving average, starting to flip back around. And this could be a daily candle close back above the trending dots. We have a pending buy signal. And so you could even possibly readjust it like that, right? Kind of readjust it and then redraw the trend lines back out like that. So if you redraw it out like that, kind of lines up, could be a buy signal like over there on the Russell 2000. We will see, right? Could just be putting in a possible lower high as well. But as of right now, I'm not in any trades for the futures of the Russell, Dow Jones, SP 500, or anything like that, right? Still currently bullish over there. The dollar kind of flat today, right? Kind of flat today. Did break out, did have that buy signal, kind of letting the trending dots catch up. Just because the dollar, it could be going up to hit higher targets, it doesn't mean the NASDAQ, Dow Jones, SP 500 is all going to be correcting. If you remember back here on this weekly chart, right? If you remember back here, It became bullish on the weekly chart in June 2021, and it pumped all the way up to September 2022. But the NASDAQ and stuff didn't start to like roll over until like November 2021. So about right here, when it went back above the 200-week moving average, then it started becoming more bearish at that point. So we will see, but it's not one for one. Just because the dollar is pumping doesn't mean everything else is going to be crashing, right? So just want to point that out. U.S. 10-year U.S. 10-year yield daily chart still currently bullish as of right now. It's hit one target to the upside so far. Currently at 4.1%. Could come up and hit higher targets to the upside as a retracement to that move and that downside. The VIX up 1.65%, right? Low, higher low, possible double bottom / higher low. Could be another higher low over here, right? Still above the trailing dots and could have another pending buy signal on the VIX as of right now. We will see, right? We will see. Silver pretty much crashed, right? Silver kind of crashed down another 2% today. So all the way up here, pumped all the way up to almost $26 on silver, and then retrace all the way back down below the 200-week moving average, and still hasn't found it. Could be the bottom, but way too early to say. It's still trending downward with the trending dots on the daily chart. This could be the next possible buy the dip scenario. We don't know where it's going to find bottom yet, but once it gets back above this trend line, once it gets back above the trending dots, and we're starting to see a buy signal or a pending buy signal, then we could see the next possible buy the dip on silver, but it's still bearish right now. Gold has hit one target to the downside so far. We will see lower high there. That was a peak. That was a high. That was a lower high. Confirmed lower high. And then we'll see if it goes down to lower prices from there. Pointing out silver is currently below the 200-week moving average. Still is, right? Still is. So we will see if gold does or not. It doesn't mean it will. Caesar HS, can we check Rivian and Disney? Sure, you got it. You got it. So we're 38 minutes in. Let's take a quick glance over here at the Bitcoin mining stocks, right? Bitcoin mining stocks over here. Bitfarm pretty much played out very similar to the way we thought, right? Broke down, thought about a retracement back up into this area, went even a little bit higher, right? And then had a sell signal and broke straight back down. And then we'll kind of be watching, waiting for the next possible buy the dip scenario. I don't know if that's going to be the bottom, and I don't know if it's going to play out like this anymore. It could be more something like, come down, pump back up, right? Get another retracement in. Who knows if it puts in bullish divergence, another higher low, and it kind of comes out like that. So that could be a possibility. Of course, it could go much lower, right? Could go much lower. They pump hard and they dump hard, right? So Bitcoin mining stocks, they pump hard and they dump hard. So that's Bitfarm. CLSK has hit 3 of the 4 targets to the downside, kind of letting the trailing dots kind of catch up. Marathon Digital probably hit 3 of the 4 targets to the downside, probably letting the trailing dots catch up. Riot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 targets to the downside, right? Even went below it. So will the other ones drop as low as Riot did? It's possible. Will some of the Bitcoin mining stocks drop as low as HUT? It's possible. So I'm waiting for the next possible buy the dip scenario. I'm not waiting to pick bottoms based off of wicks or anything like that. This could be the bottom. This could be the bottom. This could be the bottom, but I'm waiting for that higher probability out here. Let the trailing dots kind of catch up. Who knows if it comes back in? Let's see. Draw this out. Pops back up, comes back down, right? Who knows? Who knows how it plays out like that? So could play out like that. Could put in some bullish divergence. Could put in some higher lows. And, of course, it could go much lower. If we watch HUT, then if we learn anything from HUT, we can say that, it could go much lower, obviously, right? So it's possible 3 out of 4 targets, 4 4 targets have already been hit on a lot of these mining stocks. We will see for the next possible buy the dip scenario. Kind of drew this one out a while back and it went lower. Obviously, it could go lower, could put in higher low or bullish divergence over here on Hive as well, right? Maybe even map it out kind of like that, right? So that could be a possibility. MIGI, just still kind of watching and waiting over there. Hut, see what I mean? Took out this wick over here from December 13th, took out that wick. This could be the bottom. Way too early to call it, right? Way too early to call it. Didn't take out the ultimate low from over here on December 23rd, 2022. Did not take out that low. So in essence, it could be a higher low longer term. It's possible. Wolf, right? Hit 4 targets to the upside, hit probably 3 or 4 targets, probably 4 targets to the downside at least. And so all of these still watching and waiting over here, right? What else? Let's go back to all right, Doge. Let's take a look at Doge over here for Aldo. Let's start getting into all the requests and take a look at it. Them over here for you and map it out. So Doge, I should have them on here. While we're at it, here's the Doge versus BTC, right? So you got Doge versus BTC. But the BTC had a buy signal. Looked like it broke out of this downward trend line over here, right? Broke out of the downward trend line, buy signal on Doge versus BTC, and currently bullish on the daily chart as of right now. Here's Doge over here, right? I put this on. There's X payments. Will X payments have Doge, right? Will X payments have Doge? We don't know, but they created payments for X on Twitter over there. Could be a sign, right? Could be a sign. We don't know if what Elon's going to do over there, but had that buy signal pump all the way up, right? That was a huge move, even from the buy signal all the way to the top wick, 75%, right? Not as big as others, but then had a correction from wick to wick, about 31%. Multiple wicks to the downside, had a low, possible double bottom over here, possible buy signal. Well, it was a buy signal. Could be a possible breakout, right? And then price came all the way back down, hit the trending dots, and so we will see. We will see if that breakout's gonna hold or not. Otherwise, you could probably readjust it over here like that. So we'll find out, but could take some time to play out because after it pumped up, right, could come back down, maybe find support, come up like that, and then come out like that. So we will see. Of course, it could go much lower as well in Doge, but as of right now, it is bullish on the daily chart, even though it retraced all the way back down to a little over 8 cents over there, Aldo, then may have found support again on Doge. So we'll see. What else? Another one, Aldo. Okay. All right. TNA. Small cap bull 3x shares. Is that the one you're looking at, Aldo? Let's see. Let's take a look at it. Pending buy signal over there on small cap bull 3x shares. So this can be a high risk, right? It's going to be a high risk when anytime you're using 3x leverage on a stock. But yeah, there is a pending buy signal. After it pumped up, right? It did come back down. You can see it probably hit 2, possibly 3 targets to the downside. There was probably bearish divergence. So let's take a look at it. There was bearish divergence. There was this sell signal on RSI, and then a sell signal, and then it's looking like it possibly found support at a key target area, and so it could be breaking out to the upside. And you kind of watch it like this, and just make sure, like, just know that these are high risk assets, and they can flip on you very quickly, right? So make sure your strategy is dialed in. Could see a buy signal and daily candle close back above the trending dots. Doesn't mean it couldn't come back down, lower first before making another move back up to the upside. But starting to look like it is It did find possible support and could be breaking out to the upside on the daily chart, pending buy signal over there. What else? 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 Rivian and Disney Caesar. Woo, we're getting a lot of multiple requests over here. Yeah, I was looking at Rivian and Disney um, over the weekend and stuff like that, and so that would be kind of like the update on Disney. You see, this is an older breakout down here. Came all the way back down to March 2020 lows at $79, right? March 2020 lows. We had that mapped out a long time ago, and so hit it once, hit it twice, hit it 3 times, and then looks like it found support at the March 2020 lows, pumped all the way up, consolidated, retraced back down, left a gap open over down here, but started to break out of this more this what do you want to say, more aggressive downward trend line, right? And then pumped up, came back down, back tested it, had another buy signal, broke out of this downward trend line. And so I had the more aggressive arrow and then the double arrow for the higher probability breakout over here. So that's about it on Disney. The daily chart is bullish. If you look at the weekly chart is bullish still, right? Had a buy signal back here at $88 after finding support, like we said, and continues to make its move. Came back, retraced back down to the trending dots, and then now we've had 2 straight. This is a brand new week, right? So it's a brand new week, so we will see how it plays out. But that would be follow through to the upside. So we'll find out. And then you got this gap up here at $100, and it has not retested the 200-week moving average for a very, very, very long time over here. So you've got 200-week moving average hasn't been retested since March 2022. We will see if it eventually does. It's starting to curl back up, though, right? It was curling down. It was trending down, and now it looks like it's starting to flatten out over here. So it's possible that this was the low. It's possible it's a higher low on the weekly chart, and it is starting to pump up there close to almost $95 over there on Disney. So that's Disney. Rivian's going to look very similar to Tesla, right? So looks very similar to Tesla. Still bearish on the weekly chart. Still, it was ultra bearish on the daily chart, right? So we will see. Could be the low, could be a higher low, could be another double, triple bottom over here. Higher probability of a longer term play is out there, right? So might take some time to play out. Still below the trailing dots. So you can kind of map this out in real time. It's like, probably something like that, right? That's like a longer term possible buy the dip opportunity. Let's see. Let's kind of draw it out like that, right? And then, of course, you could have your more aggressive trend lines start to be mapped out like that. And so you could even put like more aggressive buy the dip trend lines like that. But it might take a few days or a week or so to play out. You have this gap up here at $23 as well. So we will see. Too early to say right now. See if it finds support and see if it starts to bounce, maybe come back in like this, and it comes out like that. So that'd be kind of Rivian. Still bearish on the daily chart, still bearish on the weekly chart. So it's not a buy for me as of right now. So that is Rivian. What else? What else? What else? Bottom is in. IBIT. There is no second best ETF. Okay. That's guessing, right? That's guessing. It's not my strategy. It could be your strategy, but that's guessing. IBIT. It's possible that the bottom is in, but that would be a guess, in my opinion. Where is it at? Where is that? We took a look at it, and here, let's see. IBIT. There it is. Right? Yeah, that's a complete guess, right? So That's not my strategy, Arizona TV, but you could call the bottom here. Many people call the bottom here, right? Then they'll call the bottom here. Then they'll call the bottom here, 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 and then here, right? So that's just not my strategy. I'd rather wait for a higher probability reversal, and it's going to be more difficult to see a higher probability reversal when there's no chart history, right? So be watching Bitcoin though, and Bitcoin will probably show us and lead the way. So we'll find out. But as you're picking bottoms all the way down, right? All the way down, it's possible the bottom's in, but that's a guess right now. So it's not for me to say that. But hey, do you over there, Arizona TV? Do you AAP, Sambaf, Kalia? Let's take a look at it. AAP, Advanced Auto Parts. I think you've had me look at this one before, right? Still bullish on the daily chart. Currently not bullish on the weekly chart yet, but I'm assuming that it's getting very close, right? Probably getting very close to a buy signal. Still bullish on the daily chart. And this could be the bottom over here on Advanced Auto Parts. Could be the bottom from October 2023. It is above the trailing dots, and you've got relative strength coming back in on the weekly chart. And then you've got, let's see, the MACD had a bullish crossover a while ago, but getting closer to the zero line. So there are several reasons why it could. So could be seeing a buy signal in the near future on Advanced Auto Parts. Does that mean that the bottom is in? It's too early to say, right? Could have bullish divergence, but this is looking like bullish divergence here, and then possible higher low here. So bottom could be in, is possible, and then you could see a possible buy signal on the weekly chart in the near future on Advanced Auto Parts. Has not retested 200-week moving average since November 2022. So it's been more than a year over there. So we'll see on Advanced Auto Parts, but the daily chart is still currently bullish, right? You got this huge gap over here at 109. So that's a massive gap over there. And so it is trending in the right direction. If you are currently in a long, cash flow from miners to ETF, speculation, possible. Hi, Jesse. Can you add buy and sell conditions for alerts on TV for your sharpshooter candles? There's a way. Yeah, there's a way. It won't say buy and sell, but there is a way to do it. I've done it. That's like works exactly the same over there. So you'd have to if you're in the Discord, you'd have to direct message me, and then I'd have to show it to you or whatever, or tag me over there. SEI USDT Ollie, okay. SEI. Let's see. Is that crypto? Oh, yeah, it's crypto. All right, let's go over crypto. SEI Tether. There we go. It's going to look a lot like several other crypto assets. Oli. So you had most likely bearish divergence, right? We had this arrow. You probably had me chart it before, or someone else did. And so we had that arrow up there like that. We had the arrow down here, breaks the downward trend line, right? And then so probably had bearish divergence, right? Most likely had bearish divergence, followed by a reverse candle. And now we have a pending sell signal here. So probably looks very similar to a lot of the crypto assets. And yes, there was bearish divergence, and now it's breaking down. So pending sell most likely become a sell signal. Doesn't mean it can't pump back up, puts in a lower high, and then comes back down, right? So we had bearish divergence over here, bearish divergence, followed by a reverse candle, broke back down below the trending dots, below the trend line, right? Now it's a pending sell signal, probably hit target 1, probably hit target 2, target 3, target 4, something like that. And even if it comes down like this, could pump back up, put in a lower high, go like this, right? And then come out like that. So that would be kind of how I would map it out with the eyeball test of the next possible buy the dip scenario over there on SEI. And it would probably take some time to play out, right? Probably take some time to play out. But yeah, pending sell signal right now, most likely turned into a sell signal. Had a huge pump up, and let's see, I might have to refresh this chart. Let's do control. There we go. Control save, and then if it takes too long for me to get back on the cursor, there we go. All right, so sell signal over here on SEI. Hope that helps, Ollie. Oli. There we go. Allie, hi, hi, Allie. Wow, 56 minutes on this Monday, this Manic Monday. Woo, man, we went hard for 56 minutes. I don't think we're gonna be flipping on the hat backwards over here. We'll probably call it here in the near future. Probably end it on that. Let's take a look at more. Allie, welcome back. Good to see you back. Michael G over here. Michael G, good morning. Replay crew here. Awesome. Early. Yeah, it's very early over there in Australia. Good to see longtime market sniper Mike G back in the mix. West Diddy, late, but here now. Replay it later. Morning snipers. Good morning. Woo! Had a good golf game with West Diddy yesterday. My man over there. I beat him and our buddy Mike, longtime friend over there for West Diddy is Mike. We beat Mike. Mike is a lot better golfer than I am. Maybe I would have given him a run for his money when I was younger, maybe 25 years ago. Maybe I would be beating him on a regular basis, but he beats us on a regular basis. But yesterday I edged Mike out with one stroke. Shot a 75. He shot a 76, and I missed 2 5-foot birdie putts. I missed 7 putts within 10 feet, right? So it's possible. I was hitting the ball very, very good. Probably the best I've hit the ball in a very long time. I just couldn't score well. I couldn't put the ball in the hole. But I still beat Mike, and I smoked West Diddy over there. Good to see you over there, West Diddy. Nice. Thanks. You got it. With that, I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks for smashing the like button. Thanks for smashing the subscribe button. And we will see you tomorrow. Don't forget, we've got this streak going. We're going to see how it plays out on Thursday and Friday, if we're going to be able to do the live streams or not. If we are, they're probably going to be a shorter version because I will be traveling to Minnesota over there to go see I'm going to meet up with my mom. She's in Arizona. I'm going to meet up with her in Minnesota. And we're going to go hang out, spend some time with family. But mostly going to hang out and spend some time with grandma, who's 92, and try to sneak in as many visits as possible. She's 92. Still beat me in cards, but maybe I can get some revenge and beat her in cards when we see her on Thursday and Friday. So we'll do our best. We'll see if we can get the live streams going. I don't know the internet situation. I don't know anything. So we'll find out. We'll be staying at my aunt's house. She's let us use her townhouse over there. So we'll see how the internet works, and we may or may not be able to get a live stream in. We'll find out. So with that, hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.